There we go. Of course, right when I tell you, like, there's nothing to be worried about. Here we are. I'm getting the camera right. I don't have the mics hooked up correctly, but we are good to go now. But here we are, young and hungry. I love bringing young people who are in this business, just like myself, who are absolutely crushing it. Yeah. So, Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're at now, and then we'll be able to work our way back.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you so much, Nick, for having me here today. I'm so excited to be part of this new thing that you're doing here. I think it's amazing to bring in, young entrepreneurs. But where I am now, so I'm at Celebration Title Group. I'm a business development manager, now success partner. Yeah. A lot shorter. So really, I'm just here to help, real estate professionals, brokers, team leaders, individual agents, just to help them grow their business. Right. I've been fortunate to have been a realtor, so we'll get into that later. But my role is to really help these agents to take their business to the next level. Everybody gets into real estate thinking it's going to be like HGTV. I'm going to come in, get my license, make a lot of money. Right. And then we're like, oh, wait, this is a lot harder than I thought. What do I have to do to actually do it? Right. Exactly. And I've been very fortunate to, go to like tons of conferences, surround myself with like high level people like Jay Kinder McRae. Like Key West. Yeah, Key West. That's where we first met. And Tony Robbins, and like I have a leader, Amanda Douglas, who just pours into us. She's amazing. Yeah. So huge shout out to her for really helping me with my professional and personal development. So taking all those things that I've learned from different conferences and being around like high level people has helped my role to help pour into other agents and sharing with them different systems and actionable things that will help them take their business to the next level. So, and you're being a little modest. So Celebration Title Group, and I can say this because I've been around title. I've been around a bunch of different places. You guys are one of the, if not the most innovative title groups I've seen in the real estate industry. What you guys do with the branding and helping agents, how you guys are very in tune with the agent. A lot of times there's like a separation where it's like title does their work and they're on their own ball field. A lot of times people don't even know the title groups, but you guys go the complete opposite route. And I know you're a part of that too. So talk to me a little bit about being a part, being young, being a part of this innovative group. Like, what does that mean to you? Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, first of all, having been in title for not as long as I have, but just, the amount I have, I've seen a huge difference for what Celebration Title Group is doing compared to other title companies. I mean, title companies are so stuck in their old ways. We have definitely decided we're going to be different and evolve because the real estate market is evolving, right? So why is it, mortgage, title, and all that? The vendor partners need to evolve with our real estate agents, right? Right. Because times are changing. If you don't, you're going to get stuck behind. So I love how Amanda just came up with this new idea of changing the title game, and really like, breaking that wave, right? And, connecting with all of us, like me and my team members, and bringing on marketing, right? And like providing tools for our realtors to make it easier for them. Because again, this business is not easy, right? And if we can be that partner that helps, where they don't have to worry about wearing that marketing hat, and we can like help them with that stuff, make it a lot easier, right? And be that true partner to set them up for success. So yourself, what did you look for in a company and a leader that made Celebration Title like the place for you to be? Yeah. So it's funny that you asked me that, because if you would have said, hey, Jen, 5 years ago, do you see yourself working at a title company? I'd been like, no way. Like, well, it's 5 years ago where you just graduated with a chemistry degree. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So I actually got my degree in chemistry. Never thought I would be where I am now or be in the real estate industry in general. So it's kind of interesting how life happens, right? And it happens for a reason. So was in real estate first. I was in real estate for about 1 year and 8 months, and then met Amanda Douglas, who was just launching her company, and it was only 4 of them. So I really got to see, and we're about to hit our 5-year anniversary this month. Yeah. So to see the growth and hearing her idea at first and now seeing it come to life has been really amazing. And when she's like, we became very good friends, she's like, Jen, you should come work with me, do titles. Like, I was still like, I don't know. Well, there's almost like a title. When I think title, it's not like fun, entertaining. Exactly. It's not like the celebration that you guys make it now. Exactly. So when you first think that, I would be the same way. Like, thanks for the offer, but exactly. And that's what happened. So, after seeing her company kind of grow and us, getting a deeper relationship, friendship, and she made an offer to me again. And I was like, okay, I'm at the point in my life where, things in real estate are not working out as great as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Working on a team with your spouse,
Yeah.
has its challenges.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think I had to be there first, and
Yeah.
that has helped me be successful in the role I am now. So I've been now with Celebration Title for 2 years. It'll be 2 years next month, and
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I don't think, or I know for a fact, I would
Right.
not be with any other title company, because what Celebration Title Group has to offer, not only that they offer to our external partners and teams,
Right,
but
right.
the internal things that they offer to us is so amazing.
Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, what are some of those internal things that, again, being young, being able to grow within the company too, what are some of those internal things that are like must-haves for you?
Yeah, definitely. So number one is culture.
Yeah.
And that's something that Amanda does a fantastic job, is pouring into her team, pouring in not only to help us grow as professionals, but
Right.
also helping us become better personally, become better leaders,
Right.
And I love that about her, how, today we actually just had a class where she was teaching us on like setting our intentions,
Right.
Diving deeper into what it is that we want to focus on to grow, whether that's,
what did you want to focus on to grow? Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
what were some of those things
my
that
intentions?
you pinpointed to? Yeah, what are your intentions?
So, definitely, getting back to basics with setting my principles and having those standards for myself, not settling for things, right? And being intentional, because when you have those set principles for yourself, and nothing gets in the way with that, that's going to help you stay on your path to being focused for reaching your goals. And for me, that's, really trying to create that lifestyle of financial freedom, right? Being able to give back to my family that, didn't come from this lifestyle, right? They came from that lifestyle of, you need to be a doctor or a lawyer to be successful in life. Hence why I went in chemistry.
Degree. Right.
I love science, but I now thinking about it, I don't think I could see myself being a pharmacist.
Right.
And that's what I was going to do. And it's just because as a society, especially that generation, they're all programmed.
Go to school. Like, if you want a good job, you got to go to college. You got to get a degree. You got to go this route.
Exactly.
Right?
I got so much heat from my family at first.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Let's dive into
why are you
that
getting
a little
into
bit
real
too. How was that? Because again, this is the young show for the people out here who are young, who want to crush it, who want to get into that next step.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's something that I went through too, was a lot of pushback into getting into, especially a company. When I was first starting with the call center, it wasn't like a established company where everything was happening. It was building, it was growing.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like going for you, being able to say you got your degree too, you jumped through all the hoops, you got that done. It's like, I'm going to go in a different direction. How was that?
Yeah, it was definitely tough at first. And, my parents didn't really take it serious. They thought it was a good thing to do on the side.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And, you're going to go back to school, right, Jen? That was the never ending question I would hear.
Yeah.
Or you're going to go back to school. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. And, I have to give a huge shout out to Raphael, who got me into the business.
Raphael, which, by the way, we won't share the picture here on live. There is a great picture throwback on Facebook.
Oh, yes.
We'll bring that up, Raphael. It's coming to you soon.
Yes. Yeah. So, he really opened my eyes and, helped me change my mindset, because I never had this growth mindset, and I was not.
What was like that change in mindset at that time?
I think a lot of it had to do with taking a leap of faith. And, he was in the business and real estate. He's still a realtor, 3 years before I joined, and seeing how he was able to make it into a career was like, wow, this is not just like a little side thing. It can be done. You could be successful if you put in the hard work and put in the grind.
Yes.
That HGTV doesn't show, right?
right.
So seeing him be successful first, and I said, look, I'll join your team after I get my degree, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, finished my degree, joined his team, and I learned a lot. And I think what really was that pivotal shift for me was the people we surrounded ourselves, right?
Everything.
It's so true. You are who you surround yourself, right? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Right.
So, those individuals that we were hanging out with and growing with, they really helped us, me especially, change that mindset. I used to be that person like Tony Robbins. Those are a bunch of people jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big hoopla.
I look at these quotes, I'm like, oh, that's so corny. Like, I just write things off.
Exactly.
But then you start really seeing it. You open your mind to those possibilities. And it's like, man, those quotes are driving me every day. Tony Robbins is driving me.
Exactly. Yeah. And, I'm so grateful because Amanda actually paid for us to go to Tony Robbins. So I don't think if she did that, I would ever
Shout
attend.
out Amanda Douglas again.
Yes. And we went to Unleash Power Within.
Yeah.
And it changed my life. I know that sounds so cliche, and I was like, I would never be that person, but it really did. I mean, we just
what changed for you? Like, what changed? Like, because for me, Key West was like that defining moment where I went there. My mind just completely shattered, where everything, like that ceiling that I thought I had was gone. I'm looking at these people, and like you said, these are just people. You know, they're up there. They did something to get to this point, right? They didn't just start here.
Yeah.
They went through this path. So for you at Tony Robbins, what was that like aha light bulbs going off like crazy?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many things, but the biggest thing was when he said, when you change your story, you change your life. And I thought that touched me because I had created this story of what I thought success looked like or needed to be.
Wow.
And when I really set, you have to go through those breakdowns to get to the breakthroughs, right?
Yeah.
And like, he definitely broke us down. And, and it just opened my eyes where I realized I'm worth so much more. And I was so hard on myself where I didn't feel I was worthy.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was good enough or smart enough, or I was never going to be enough. Yeah. So I think like that whole UPW, if you guys haven't been, definitely go
to it.
Yeah. So that was definitely the pivotal shift in my life.
Right.
That totally changed my mindset, totally changed my outlook on life, and, continuing to grow and learn, to be better, because I know I'm worth it. Anybody can be successful. It's just,
anybody can.
Exactly.
Anybody
how bad do you want it?
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
I love that you said that, because that was I guess you say it was a little back and forth I had with somebody, because I had a quote like that, and there's like, well, not anybody can. I'm like, you're thinking wrong. Yeah. Anybody can be successful.
Anybody.
Yes, and it comes down to who do you surround yourself with.
Yep.
So talk to me a little bit about like taking that leap of, you have your degree, you have all of that, I guess you could say, going for you in a way, right? You have your degree, and then just saying, I'm going to make a shift. I'm going to make this huge pivot, and you're going to bet on yourself. Talk to me about like, what was that mindset? Like, was there fear when you were going into it?
It was definitely a fear, especially when you're going into an industry that's, you only get money when you work for it and close, right? It's not consistent like a paycheck, like a 9 to 5. So that was a huge fear, especially because I grew up in a household where you need to have money, you need to have a nest egg, you need to save your paychecks, you need to have steady income. So to work for an industry that you have to work before you get paid, that was a little scary. Of course, seeing Raphael do it first, he was kind of like where I got one foot in, one foot out, and then I'm like, okay, I think I can jump all the way in now.
Right.
So that, was that first jump in, and, him helping me grow and pouring into me, and, saying it's definitely, it was hard. There were some months where it was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? But
did you think about giving up at any point?
Oh, I definitely had that thought. I was like, I don't know. And he's like, he's going to pay off, Jen. Just keep pushing. Like, we're going to build these systems.
So it was the people around you that kept you going, would you say?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely. Just because I saw leaders with our group that we were with at the time, how they were doing so well, and just hearing their stories, it just motivated us. Like, we know it's going to pay off. The first 2 to 3 years is always the hardest.
Right.
And once you get past that, like, it really pays. And that's where we are now. He's consistently having deals, and, we're just so blessed right now. But we just had to keep pushing through. It's like that story. And this is actually a story someone had shared with me, where that guy had bought land who was hoping to buy gold, and he kept digging and digging. And after however long it was, he's like, I'm done. That's it. I'm selling my land. There's no gold here. Next person comes in, buys the land, and just digs once, and then there's the gold. Right? I can't remember where I heard that before, but someone had said that to me, and I was like, we just got to keep pushing, keep surrounding ourselves with people that are going to help uplift us, and pay off, and it has. So getting into real estate at any moment before you actually got into the industry, did that ever cross your mind that I thought I was going to get into
into like real estate?
Oh no. Like I said, I never thought I would be in real estate or be a realtor. Like, they ask you when you're young, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't think anybody writes realtor on that piece of paper, unless you're in a real estate family that's grooming you.
Exactly. Exactly. So no, that definitely never crossed my mind at all.
What was different about it when you actually started? Because you didn't think about it, right? Mm-hmm. What was different the time that Raphael brought it up to you that made you think like, maybe that could be me?
I guess just I don't know. I just saw other people that he was in his office with, and how, the power couple. And I think that was probably like, oh, we could be this great power couple. And we, maybe we'll have a show on HGTV. I don't know.
Right.
So, just kind of thinking that. But that was also an eye opener, because shout out to the power couples out there, because it is not easy working with your spouse. And it was a hard, almost 2 years of us. The first year was good, but just like learning and growing together, to separate work and personal life.
Who knows? Maybe if Married in Real Estate was written in that time, it might be all different.
Exactly. See, we didn't have those people in our lives yet.
Yeah.
So I always say that too. Shout out to Rebecca and Josue. But they're definitely still great mentors for us today. But yeah, no, it's not easy. And but again, I think now our relationship is so much better that he's in his lane and I'm in mine, because we're both strong, strong-headed people. We're both individual leaders, right? So to have two leaders running a team is a little bit, can cause friction, but he's so supportive of me now, and I'm so supportive of him. So it's a good balance.
So it's great. We're in a unique position here because, like I said, young and hungry. We're young. We're getting after it. How has it been because you're continuing to grow, you're continuing to go into new phases too. How is it growing alongside somebody, from the person you were when you guys first met to now?
So different.
But you guys are still together and things are going great, right? So how does that happen as you continue to grow? Like what are some of those, I don't like to say tricks or tips or tricks, but what has that transition been from your growth, being able to grow alongside somebody?
It definitely was a lot tougher in the beginning. We've been together for 8 years now, so longer than most married couples. So we've definitely had our ups and downs, and some really ugly fights. But I think we had to go through that to make us a lot stronger as a unit to where we are today, right? And a lot of that was, especially for me, to have that faith in him that he was going to do great and be successful, because again, starting in the beginning of the business, it doesn't come right away like that. And he's like, especially, betting on him and putting money that he doesn't really have. Like, he'll get a paycheck and then
it's literally betting on your partner. Yeah.
So that was scary. He's like, okay, I got a paycheck, and now,
it's going all back in.
It's all going back in. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we got a paycheck.
What do you mean?
So, just putting that trust into him and just really just supporting him where he needed the support, because again, our families were like, even my family was like, are you still, you only want to be with this guy? I mean, he used to do law enforcement and now he's in real estate. Why is he giving up a good government paying job, right? So it's a different mentality. And it's funny because now they all see how successful he is and they all want to get in the business. They all like, oh, I want to get my license now, be on his team. So, but just having that trust, and you need that with any relationship. You need to have trust and faith, loyalty, and all that. So it definitely was hard. I'm not going to say it was easy. But I'm just so grateful and happy to see how far he's come, and him trusting me, you know, because he wasn't all on board about me getting into title. So it took some convincing with him too. But looking back, I know we did the right decision, because we're both so blessed and have each of us great things going for us, and so supportive of each other.
Well, and I feel like that's a common thing that I always hear, because I know I went through it, and it sounds like you did too. You know, when almost everybody's telling you this is what you should be doing, but this is your path. You know, what made you so adamant on saying like this is my path, and like you're gonna put your feet in the ground, like this is my decision, it's my life. Like, what went into that decision for you?
Man, so I guess just betting on myself, you know, kind of going back to, you know, that Tony Robbins event, and, you know, some deep level conversations I had with some high level people like, you know, Veronica and Amanda, and like people who just believed in me before I believed in myself. You know, I remember I even had a conversation with Carlos German, and he was just like, you guys are going to do great and this and that. And I was like, and I had just met him. I was like, I don't even know this guy. How is he Carlos is the man. I was like, how? Like, so just to see everybody around me believe in me before I believed in myself, I was like, you know, why can't I do it? Right. So I think that really helped me kind of propel forward and put me in the mindset and the position that I am now
I
to
love it.
grow and, be a better leader so that way I can share the experience I've had with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take you back in time, all right?
Okay.
Let's go back to right when you're getting started in, let's just say the industry, right? The real estate industry. If you can go back to your present moment and you could give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. What advice I would give myself? I would say not to wait because I wasted a lot of time, and the most valuable thing we have, and everybody, is time.
Right.
It's more valuable than money,
right.
more valuable than anything because it's something that we'll never get back. So I definitely wasted a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think if I would have bet on myself sooner and, pushed a little harder and really, take the time to grow, I probably would have been a lot more successful. But at the same time,
crushing it now.
I definitely don't regret anything because I had to go through those failures, right? I had to fail forward, because if I didn't go through those experiences, I probably wouldn't be where I am now or have the mindset that I have now. So I definitely don't regret anything. And that's something as I've been growing and, getting older is not to waste time, right? To just, do it. If I feel it in my gut, just go with it. And, bet on myself.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to want you to look at the camera when you say this. I want you to give all these young entrepreneurs, all these young people out there, one piece of advice when it comes to betting on themselves.
Okay.
You got this?
I got this.
All right. So the camera's right here.
Okay.
Camera's right forward. It's your time.
Okay. So definitely block out the noise, right? People are going to tell you, no, don't do it, this and that. I've heard that many times, and bet on yourself. You deserve success. There's no reason why you can't be successful. And take the time to hustle, to put the grit in, fail forward. If you fall, get back right up. And just remember, you have one life, right? You have one life. And you can choose how you want to live your life, whether it's going to be the best or not the best. But everybody deserves it. And take a chance on yourself and regret nothing.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. I love
you.
The fact that you said, well, bet on yourself. That's something that I like. That's something I tell myself all the time. It was actually a piece of advice I got at a lunch. Before I even knew my cousin was trying to mentor me, I thought, I'm like, I'm getting a free lunch, so I'm going out. But man, that stuck with me when he said, bet on yourself. That's the best bet you can make. Definitely. So I love it. So that's a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for coming on. You're absolutely crushing it. Remember, guys, Celebration Title Group. Check them out. Most innovative title group in real estate. And we'll see you guys on the next one.